China is planning to reshape the world with their humanoid robot. They plan to take over the manufacturing industry and change the world forever. China just took a giant step and revealed a robot that is way ahead of our time and could potentially replace humans in more ways than you could imagine. In just 18 months, China plans to use these robots in factories all over the world, which might be good for the average consumer, but for workers, this could be a nightmare. Could China control global manufacturing? What will happen if this humanoid robot takes over? And when is it going to come out? In this video, I'm going to tell you all about China's crazy humanoid robots and how they are going to change the world. Companies like BYD and Xinping in China have already started using robots in their factories, and a report just came out that revealed China plans to mass produce these robots within the next 18 months. This is despite the fact that Chinese factory workers are already costing way less compared to US workers. This is why Chinese cars are so cheap, and they have thousands of EVs starting at $10,000, $15,000, and even $8,000. Now, if you replace these workers with robots, the production costs will come down even further. This would mean Chinese companies like BYD would enter the US and undercut Tesla by a huge margin and take over their sales entirely. While robots will bring down the cost of manufacturing and things could get a lot more affordable for us if this happens, made in China is not necessarily a good thing for us. After I'm done telling you about the features of this humanoid robot, I'll explain why China's shady plan to control manufacturing has some massive flaws. China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology has just dropped a bombshell announcement that they will be mass producing AI-powered humanoid robots. These aren't your average tin cans on wheels. These robots are designed to think, learn, and even outsmart us in some tasks. Imagine a robot that could learn your Starbucks order or figure out how to fix a car by watching a YouTube tutorial. What's really jaw-dropping is where these robots could end up working. Think about it. They could be stocking shelves at your local grocery store, working in factories where it's too dangerous for humans, or even helping out in hospitals. And here's where it gets a tad scary for us, especially in the US. This whole robot revolution could mean a lot of jobs currently done by humans might not be needed anymore. That's a bit unsettling, right? Now, let me tell you about these robots and their stunning features. First up, they have sensors fitted in their eyes that can outsee the human eye, along with an AI chip that helps them learn tasks by watching. Not something highly complex, but basic tasks done by manual laborers in the factory can be replicated easily. In the US, companies like Tesla and Boston Dynamics are making their own leaps in robotics. Tesla's got this robot named Optimus, and it's designed to handle tasks that would normally require a human. Meanwhile, Boston Dynamics has robots doing backflips, which is as cool as it is terrifying. But here's where it hits home. With all these achievements, jobs as we know them could change big time. Goldman Sachs is throwing around numbers like a $150 billion market for humanoid robots in the next 15 years. That's huge. We're looking at robots stepping into roles in factories, healthcare, construction, and even education. And yes, while it means some jobs might disappear, new ones will pop up for folks who can work with these high-tech helpers. Now let's talk about the whole made in China thing and why it may not be a good thing for us. So China's got this plan. They want to be the big boss in high-tech manufacturing by 2025. We're talking electric cars, advanced robotics, AI, the works. The catch? They're planning to get there by pumping loads of money into these industries, pushing their own companies to the front of the line, and getting their hands on technology from around the globe, sometimes in ways that have people raising their eyebrows. Not only does China want to win, but they want to destroy all other companies at the same time. Think about it. They priced BYD cars so low in China, albeit with the help of government subsidies, that they even beat Tesla, a company that was #1 in EV sales. Think of it like this. If you're playing a board game and one person starts making up their own rules, it stops being fun, right? In the global market, it's kinda similar. Countries are supposed to compete, sure, but they've also agreed to play by certain rules to keep things fair. China's strategy involves a lot of government help. They are forcing companies from other countries to share their secrets if they want to do business in China. Not just that, but China even wants all the information about us, from your name right down to the smallest detail. Now, why does this matter to folks in the US and other countries? Well, if China dominates the high-tech industries, it could mean a couple of things. First off, jobs. If manufacturing shifts more towards China because they've got the tech and the capacity, that's jobs moving away from other places. Then there's the issue of dependency. If one country controls manufacturing, what happens when tensions arise? Right now, the US is taking 80% of its EV supplies from China, and last month, China imposed an export ban that shook our market and caused a supply chain bottleneck. Leaders around the world, including the US, aren't just sitting back. They're hitting back with tariffs, which are like extra charges on goods coming in, to try and level the playing field. But Chinese goods are so cheap that even despite these tariffs, they are still affordable. The bottom line, this Made in China 2025 plan is a big deal because it's not just about who makes the next cool gadget, it's about jobs, the economy, and how countries will get along in the future. China's leap into mass-producing AI humanoid robots isn't just about showing off cool tech, it's about reshaping the world as we know it. They're setting the stage for a future where robots could be as common as smartphones. Imagine walking into a cafe and being greeted by a robot barista who knows your order by heart, or having a robot caregiver for your aging parents. That's the kind of future we're inching towards thanks to advancements in AI and robotics. So what does this all mean for us? It's a wake-up call, a call to embrace the possibilities of AI and robotics, to consider the ethical implications, and to prepare for a future that looks nothing like the past. China's push into AI humanoid robots isn't just a technological marvel, it's a glimpse into a future where humans and robots coexist in ways we're only beginning to understand.